Lizzo.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Nicole Kirkland, and welcome to Krew Kiki. This is an unfiltered conversation between artists and friends. I am so excited to get in today's episode. I have two of my closest and oldest friends in LA coming on the show. Will and Janelle are here. We're going to talk tea. We're going to talk stories. We're going to talk memories. It's going to be great. Let's get it. Oh my God. Look who is on the show.
We out here.
I haven't even seen you guys in a while.
I know.
It's been a minute. And
Yay for me, yay for me, yay for me. Yay for us. Yay for us.
Oh my God. Okay. So obviously, though, if you've been sleeping under a rock, you don't know who these two are. But just in case, let's get a little intro. Names, Instagrams.
My name is Janelle Ginestra Adams, and my Instagram is @Janelle Ginestra.
What's up? My name is Willdabeast, and my name is Willdabeast again, and my Instagram is Willdabeast__. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, right away, what made you choose the name Willdabeast?
Honestly, I didn't learn until later that it was the animal that killed Mufasa. So when I found out, it made me sad. But for real, it came from football. I was a power lifter, and people would be like, "Will, he's a beast," and they'd always say that. And then when I got done playing football, I felt like it just rang. It just rang like well. So I just kept it and made it all one thing.
Well, I think it fits you very well.
Thank you so much.
All right, real quick, we got a Krew brew. We have two today.
Yes.
I'm trying both of them.
Okay,
Let's talk about it. Okay, so
Yep, you
Janelle,
go
why don't you
first.
say yours first?
Okay, so mine is a mezcal jalapeno margarita.
God, I'm gonna die.
This one isn't skinny, but usually I do skinny. I love it because it's spicy, and mezcal has it's like I always say, mezcal is tequila and whiskey had sex, and this is their baby. So, cheers, Bia.
Cheers. Okay, let me do one to you. One cheers for you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm scared. I'm
Nope.
scared.
Be
I don't
scared.
like spice.
Nope. You got it. You got it. You got it.
I'm like, it's
You
not
got
fine.
it. It's smoke.
Okay.
It's
It's
smoke.
not bad.
Okay,
But
it's
the
not
jalapenos
bad.
probably add more. Ooh.
Okay, we're gonna get through that, Nicole.
Okay, you got it.
We're gonna get through it. We have 45 minutes to get
You
through
got
this.
this. I
All
believe
right,
in you.
Will.
Mine's chill.
You're real chill.
This is elementary school. This is Black family reunion mixed with. These are my favorite two drinks. So I got
What is
Sprite
it?
and Hawaiian Punch.
Okay, I'm feeling I'm feeling
You got
that.
this.
It's- It's
That
gonna.
crept up on me there.
It's the tahini. It'll burn for a little
Okay.
bit.
Yeah.
How do you love it?
I'll take this to
I
wash
love
it
it.
down.
You
Okay,
got
so
it.
wait,
You
what
got
is
it.
this again? It's
Hawaiian Punch
Hawaiian
and Sprite.
Punch and
You can use
Sprite.
Sierra Mist or 7-Up. Doesn't matter. Anything
Okay.
fizzy and
we go.
green.
This is a full drink.
Yeah, it
We've
just
always
feels like-
kind of drank the same thing.
Yeah.
though.
Easy,
We have that
sweet.
we always
It's
drink
mixed.
Moscato
Yes.
wine, like
We're-
sweet
we're-
ass shit.
We're here. This is just like chill. It takes the. It doesn't make it. You know how Hawaiian Punch is really sweet.
Yes.
It just makes it a little bit just less.
yeah.
She would never drink it.
Okay, well,
No.
I'm gonna have to drink this and then
And
wash
then
it
mix.
down with that.
Yeah, it's simple.
It'll be your
It's simple.
chaser.
It's simple. That's
Okay.
us in a nutshell.
Yes. Oh my God. Well, you're Mexican, right?
I'm half Mexican, half
So maybe
Italian.
that's why you get. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You always know the Italian thing.
Yes.
But that's why you like the spice. You grew
I
up
do.
with spice.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I've always loved spice. I eat chips and salsa like every day.
Yeah.
So like my palate is like,
You're like ready for it.
I'm ready for it.
You don't sweat like I'm about to. I already feel
You got
it.
this. You got
Stay
this.
here.
What's the stuff on the top?
Well, I made a mixture. It's like a tahini.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it makes it worse, basically.
Well, no, it's like it makes it worse.
Okay.
Yeah. For you guys, it makes it worse. For me, it makes it like yummy.
Okay. I was making sure.
Okay, let's get into this. So,
Yes.
real quick, I want to hear. Well, you guys have been married. I still consider you guys newlyweds. It's been how long now? A year and.
A
year and 4 months.
Yeah,
A
a
year and 4 months.
Yeah. It's
Congratulations!
crazy.
I was there. I'm
You
all
were
saying
there.
Congratulations.
We were lit.
And it was a
It was fun.
super fun party.
Thank
Me and
you.
Ariane were there.
Thank you.
Real quick, just tell us, like, how has marriage life been?
Yeah.
What have you guys been getting into this last year? Where were you going into the new year? Just like real quick, just give
Absolutely.
us
You
a
go
little.
first, babe.
I mean, marriage life has actually been better than boyfriend and girlfriend life and engagement life for us. Our communication and our bond and our closeness is like at something that I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah.
Like besides being best friends, we just like really respect one another
Yeah.
and like really want to be together.
Yes.
Right. And I think that's why people get married. Some people like forget the side of that. And I'm like, we got married because it's like, I actually really want to be with you and I want to wake up next to you.
Yeah.
And it's been really nice.
I think
But it's hard because we do work together.
Yeah.
And so like yesterday we fought like from
24/7.
8 a.m.
Yesterday was
to
an all-day
midnight.
fight.
And you don't get to get away from it.
No, and we just
No.
keep fighting.
Fair, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Everything
like,
pisses you off.
did you just use a cotton swab? I hate you.
Everything.
You know what I mean? Like it's everything.
Yeah, yesterday was one of those for sure. But I feel like we felt married kind of ish already. Not that much has changed. I guess we almost been dating on and off for a decade now.
Yeah.
Right? So like we've had the breakups, we've had the little fights, we've had the living in different places, her living with someone else, like everything on the road. We've experienced it all.
Yeah.
So I think that we realized that for us to work at a great way, we needed to be together. We want to work together, solidify that. This is what works for us. Maybe not for her and somebody else. Maybe not for me and somebody else, which I don't think we'd work with anybody else, period. But we know that this is how it has to be for Will and Janelle to work.
We have to be like this.
I truly like can't picture you guys with anybody else.
No,
like you guys are made for each other.
We tried and it
was.
We tried. We did.
No, we did
try.
try.
No,
we tried.
Yeah.
You know, in LA and dancer life and blah blah blah. And
I'm
just
like, I'm gonna be able to do me more. Like I'm be free. And then I was like, wait, I kind of need this guy.
So it just it works. It's just weird. Say married, be married. It's like even sometimes like this is my wife. Even just saying that out loud in the beginning. Yeah. If you feel old, you feel old. It's weird.
I'm over here tripping about writing 2020 right now. You guys are like Mrs. Mrs. Janelle
it's
Adams.
Crazy.
Well, you go by Ginestra Adams.
She still gotta fix it.
Girl, it's a lot. It's a lot. I went to go get the real ID, and I was like, okay, this is my moment. I'm gonna change my name. Yeah. And they're like, you need to change it with your passport first. And I'm like, oh hell no. I'm like, I'll do that in like a few years.
Yeah,
we're good. We love each other.
It's good.
No,
and I love her last name. It's all good.
I heard that you guys have a new little baby.
Yes, we're actually expecting a cat. Not that, but yes.
Big announcement.
The big announcement is
God.
Mr. Bigglesworth. Is that what it's called on Austin Powers? Miss something like that, right?
Mr.
Yes,
that's
something like that.
In our case, it's Francis Botox.
Francis Botox. That's the name.
Francis comes from the grandma, and we had a fight. We put it on Instagram. I think you probably commented. You always do. Okay. You always said something. I think we had something like where I wanted my dog, which I want a corgi.
I know, they're so cute.
Nilla's body, where was she?
But
she is.
Short legs.
She is. I know. Little yes, they just want to squeeze and hold. But
they're like us.
They are like us.
We want things that look like us.
Exactly, like a bulldog.
Short and stout.
Yes.
And a little round. Thick.
Thick. Yes, basically.
Yeah.
But we voted dog or cat, and
a cat would be easier for us right now.
But then she said that she wanted a dog. So then I was like, okay, well, let's get a dog together. And she was like, okay, no, I want my cat. So then we went back and forth. I said, how about I get to pick my dog out, you pick your cat out. And then 10 seconds later after she would say, yes, let me spit this out. Yeah. 10 seconds later after she would say yes, then she'd be like, I want to pick both of them out. She wouldn't let me have my own choice and her have her own choice. So basically we ended up with the cat.
Yeah.
You know what? Cats are a very good segue into like a dog. They're so like independent.
Oh God. So you're helping her point.
They are.
But I mean, get a dog soon.
Yeah.
We will.
One more year.
We're gonna do cat, dog, baby. That's what we're gonna do. That's the plan.
I love that. That's
sure,
probably.
You don't want to add any more animals into that?
I
feel like
a cat, dog,
see
baby.
you like walking into a house and there's like birds coming down.
Yes.
Like,
No. Like Adrian Sure, Pet Detective was my favorite. Like,
that
and like
you.
Penguins coming out of the toilets. And I'm like, come here, baby.
That is you.
No, I want it.
You're like the bird lady from Home Alone 2.
I picture
I'd be out there feeding.
Yeah, that's.
Oh yeah, swinging like to my.
What's your girl, Eliza Thornberry?
Oh yeah. Eliza Thornberry was my girl.
That's her. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I see it.
cat coming in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Cat coming. Okay.
Because they have all these extra special things they have to get done first, so we can't take it home yet.
Yeah. I gotta get shots and make sure that
the Sphinx cats are very delicate.
Sphinx cats. Yeah. Well, check it out on her Instagram. Pray for you.
Yeah.
It's like a wrinkly little skin.
It's like an old man's.
It's like an 80-year-old woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
Oh my God, I love it. Okay. Well. I want to talk about how we've met. We've actually known each other for a very long time.
I know.
The first time I met you guys was actually with Collective Youth. My sister did a Bay Area Collective Youth.
Did the motto.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dominique, Little Swag, somebody else. I remember. Yes.
Yes, I met you guys there. And I was like, okay,
at a
this
high
is
school.
Cool. Yes. It was like weird. But like it was like all the Bay Area Collective Youth kids.
Yeah.
Andrea Jasper.
Andrea Jasper. Oh my God. Who was it?
She put it together.
Name some names real quick. Drop some
I know
Isabel
Swag
was in
did
it a little bit.
Isabel.
Dom.
Wow. My sister.
Wow, your sister.
Megalina.
Yes.
There's a Tiana.
Yes.
Yeah. Wait, Isabel's in that one too?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was short.
I know she was in that.
Whatever that part was.
That's funny.
Oh my God. So that's the first time I ever met you guys. And then I personally have a great story because I came down here. It was like my first week down here, and this was IDA days.
Oh my gosh.
And I came to class. I don't remember what piece it was, but I was like, I just moved to LA. I need to make some friends. I need to dance. And it was Halloween. House of Bees.
Yes, Carnival
performance.
Oh my God.
And it was back with Catalyst. Yes.
And our faces were white.
Ratchets. Yes.
I remember being next to Janelle and that.
That's
but I went up to you after class and I was like, I want to dance. I was like that dancer that was just like, I love this. And you called me out in a group, so I was feeling real confident.
Duh.
And then I was like, okay, maybe he'll put me in. You did. You already had like 50 people in it. And I could tell it in your face. Like now thinking about it, your eyes were like, shit, not another person. I'm already over my max.
No, Will is like,
say no.
Bring it on, baby.
If you're a good dancer,
I can't. Yeah, just go. Yeah, welcome to On the Beast.
He'll put you on the end. He won't even restage it. He'll be like, just put it on the end. I'm like, no, we have to make it cohesive. Nah, fuck that. Put it on the end. I'm like,
that's funny. You're right.
Yeah.
I remember.
That's what I love about you.
I remember. Thank you. I remember. I think you did Cry Me a River at IDA.
Yes.
I think you did. You might have done Miguel's short thing, but I know those for sure. And I just remember short hair Nicole. And I remember my biggest
short hair Nicole.
My biggest memory of you is I'm a Beast.
I like you now better.
I like you now better too. My biggest memory of you is I'm a Beast auditions year
You always say this.
2.
Yeah.
I think it's 2.
Yeah.
Hustle Hard.
Yes.
And you be on the ground, feline, and she licked her hand.
my
Go
God.
on my YouTube channel right now if you can, and go watch I'm a Beast year 2 auditions. And Nicole's
cringe.
freestyling for her life, and like she does this cat part during. It's amazing.
I just felt like I had a lot of competition there, so I was like,
killed
I
it.
need
You had to
to
get
come
on the
in
floor
and
and
make,
lick-
yeah, I
You
gotta
killed
lick
it.
something.
And then she was dragging and did it on him and walking as a dog or a cat.
Oh
in
my
the
God,
concept
the
video.
ladies show, and then
Yes.
we're in the. Oh my God.
Yep.
So many memories, guys.
Yeah.
We have
So
them.
good.
This is family right here.
Yeah, and
This is
that's
real.
why I was on YouTube yesterday for an hour, privating a bunch of old videos.
Yeah.
I can't watch them.
I do the same thing.
Some of them I'm
I
like,
know.
holy shit.
It's
but
hard.
when I moved to LA, I had this like super like, it was like shaved on this side and like short on this side. And I was like, I'm going to move to LA and prove that you don't have to like
Absolutely.
look different. And I was all
Yeah.
in my shit. And then it realized it doesn't work that way.
And you're like,
You
I have a bob and I'm blonde now.
Yeah, you gotta.
And
do
I'm
what you
wearing bras and panties every day.
I think
Damn
that
it.
you have to go through what you have to go through.
Yeah, you have
I've
to
gone
go.
through 50 colors of
Yeah.
hair and lengths, and you too.
Well,
Toucan
that's-
Sam.
Well, that's the nice thing about,
Yeah.
speaking of hair, that's
Yeah.
the nice thing about social media, I think, because you can be your own person. You don't have to, like,
Absolutely.
conform to a certain way.
Yeah.
You don't have to, like, worry about what people are, like, asking of you.
I
You can just be
know.
like, bitch, I'm here.
I
I'm
know.
going to dye my roots blonde and blue and go
Yes.
to black and
Yes.
be it, you know?
I agree.
Yeah.
I really, yeah.
Especially
I wish.
when you don't have to just dance too.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like now that we're like choreographers and have built our own lanes and do our own shit,
Yeah.
you can really be an individual then.
Right.
Yeah, it's hard when they're like, but we want a hot redhead bitch. And you're like, well,
Well, I'm a hot blonde, blue, black
yeah,
haired
yeah.
bitch.
And you're like, well, yeah, that's really specific. So
Yeah.
thank you for coming.
Yeah, and that's the thing that always bothered me about like the dance industry is like you're not a name, you're just a thing. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you're a white girl with red hair, or a white girl with blue hair, or you're a
It's-
black
it
guy with
separates
dreads.
you.
Yeah,
That's a
and,
lot. Yeah.
and it's like if you don't work, it's not that we wanted Will
Right.
there. It's like we just need a dreadheaded guy there.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you're just an image, and
I
it's
know.
like that's what frustrates me. And
It is frustrating.
even like the tour stuff, it's like those people don't give a fuck if I'm there or if someone else is there. Like they're
No.
there for the artist, you know. And that's what's so cool, I think, about the social media thing and traveling with teaching and stuff is people
I
are there
agree.
for
You.
you,
Yeah.
and that is it.
And
Yeah.
what you do, what you give.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Not
wanna
to be
hear
an
you speak.
accessory. Yeah, it's
Right,
really
yeah.
nice.
Which
I
is
mean,
cool,
there's-
but it's
there's
more
very
to
cool.
it.
Yeah.
And I never will talk bad about anybody wanting whatever dream they want,
Right.
but that's something that I value for the life that I live, and I know you guys do, is
Absolutely.
like being able to be that forefront, you know?
100%.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. It's good that we grow up, that we're in this day and age. I know that we haven't moved here yet, but at least we're a part of it still.
And a lot of people do both, do 3 things. You know what I mean? They get to
yeah.
live that and teach and do it all. So
That's good.
I
My lips are
commend
on
everything.
fire.
I know. I'm sorry. I love it. I'm like,
I'm like over here like really like sweating a little bit.
It's okay. It's good for you. It's good for you.
No, yeah, it's clearing
let
out
it
the
out.
sinuses.
Toxins, baby.
Okay, here we go. Here
Oh,
we go.
that's true. I didn't think about that. I'm gonna try hers. Let me try it.
Yeah, do
Let me
it.
see.
I mean, you can have some of mine.
Okay,
Mine's
no
looking
thanks.
a little
Let me
taller.
see. You got that. You got to do the whole thing
I
right.
found myself like
Oh my
sinking
God.
and just continuing to drink, and I'm like, well, maybe I should slow down.
You're gonna be feeling real nice in about 5 minutes. Oh my God. Okay, speaking of social media,
Yeah.
let's go into. I have known you guys for a long time. We've
Yeah.
had so many talks, so many
Yeah.
long nights of hanging out, and
Absolutely.
I feel this about myself, and I feel it about you guys, specifically you, Will, too.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I feel like there's just some people in the industry that people like to come for. Yeah, like there's just some people that rub people the wrong way.
Yeah, yeah.
And I feel that with
Yeah,
you.
of
I
course.
feel that with you both, and I
course.
feel that with myself.
Yeah.
And it's like almost, I know we've talked about this too, is like you feel like you, even on your moments that are supposed to be highlighted and a good thing, there's people that go and then tear it down.
Absolutely.
And make it a bad thing. Like there was so many moments in my career where like, even with the heels classes, I was so happy I was going through cancer and all that stuff. And it was like, I had this moment, and then it was like, as soon as stuff went off, it's like nothing but negative stuff, where people you've put on jobs, people you've put money in their pockets, people you've done these things are attacking you on social media and trying to, and the thing about social media too is like, people are like, it's almost like, it's one thing to have an opinion. Right. We all have opinions.
Which is fine.
But it's when people go on social media, it's like they're trying to create an army to like attack you. And that's where it's like,
yeah, it's strange.
It's heavy.
It is really heavy.
Yeah. It is strange.
You can speak on
I feel like, you know, me in my life growing up, and I'm just speaking as a human, you have to think about everywhere. You guys deal with things as women. You deal with things as, you know, being artists. We all deal with that stuff. I don't want to go to college. I want to do this. We all deal with these things. I've dealt with that being a man, being a black man, being, you know, speaking the way I do, dressing the way I do. Social media has put it even out there even more, obviously. I think that it's fine for us all to have opinions. I have opinions.
It's art.
It's art. It's all subjective. You know what I mean? I just like to lead from a place of love, and that doesn't have to be everybody's choice. It's a lot of people's. I feel like the people in our industry don't get highlighted enough that do show love and that aren't like that. And I'm definitely going to do my due diligence to start speaking on them a lot more, because there's a lot of good. But with those things, that, like those moments that happen to us often, I don't know why. The people around me say, you know, when you're doing good or when you're doing the right things, it's going to come and it's going to happen more. But I think there's a certain point and there's a certain respect that you have to have. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of people that don't.
And never have to deal with
That's very true. I don't know why there's this target sometimes. I think sometimes maybe I'm like, people feel a power or a light or an aura and they want to dim it. And some people can't handle it. And I could say that same thing, like looking at you. It's not always that somebody just doesn't like your work. Some people can't handle that you're confident enough to put your stuff out, to teach every week, to dress a certain way, to not care. That bothers some people. And you see it in more than dance. It really, really bothers people. People being unapologetically themselves until it's cool to like Billie Eilish because she's a rebel and everybody, okay, now we all like her. Then it's cool. Right. But you know, people don't like people doing their own thing. And you know, Janelle's even told me about myself, like, you know, what black boys that can dance like you, do the hood stuff or choreograph, blah, blah, who's going to go take my class and post it or do that at a convention that they own?
It's rare.
I put myself out there so much and I don't care. So it opens up a lot more attack. But like, that's all I know how to do is be myself, which is really not giving a fudge. That's me. So like, it's going to come with good and bad. I don't know what it's going to take for it to stop, and it may never. But I think just speaking up and also standing your own ground on it is necessary, which I know you do, which you've had to do at times. But it's ugly and it hurts and it does hurt.
And that's the thing. I think people don't realize that we're human beings, and I'm not a robot. Yeah. I'm not just going through the moves. I don't wake up and not feel. I wake up and feel. When I put art out, it's like genuinely from a genuine place. Yes. And we all have trained. Yes. I didn't start dancing 3 years ago. So you can't come for me and say, "Oh, you don't do this correctly. You don't do contemporary. You don't do this." No, boo. You don't know my track history, and I don't need to list my resume or list all the places I've trained. Right. And if you don't think I'm great, that's fine. But for you to build an army and to want to attack me, just shows what kind of character you have. Yeah. And for me, I want to be a good human, and that's what we say. I'm a good human first, and I'm a great dancer or creator second. And in our community, like, it's so big, but yet it's so small. Imagine if like we just did our own thing, and I don't need you to comment. I don't need you to share my video, and I don't need you to actually support me, but I don't need you to like be my enemy, because you don't even know me.
Or just go talk shit to your friends.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Talk shit to your friends. I talk shit too.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm not posting it on your Instagram to make you feel bad. I'm just doing it behind your back.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
but honestly, everybody
But
is.
I think it's different between talking. I mean, like, take for instance, we are going to watch award show in a few weeks, the Grammys.
And everyone's gonna have their opinion.
Yeah, we all sit. No, you're fine. We all sit and we say, "Oh, I didn't like this performance. Why would they do this? Why would they make that choice?" That's fine. It's different from me getting on, making a video, making a parody video, reposting, getting an army, tagging my friends on a parody account, so everybody that I'm associated with can try to find. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's different. It has different intentions.
You want to make someone feel bad.
Yeah.
And
that's your
it's
intention.
ugly.
Yeah.
It's really ugly.
Yeah,
all you can do is keep being yourself and keep pushing forward. It's weird to deal with, but I don't know.
Here's one thing I was gonna say too is that 2020. This is my last year in my 20s. Like, I'm gonna be 30 next year. Or this year, actually. It's November. Yeah.
You are.
But I know it's crazy. But I'm like, I feel like when you are a person that helps people and you help people with no restrictions, with no limits, and no boundaries, you create this thing where they feel like they can take advantage of you and they make it easy to become a target. And I feel like that has happened a little bit even with myself. I feel like
You're right.
I want to help and I always create excuses for people and just, you know, and it ends up that they get so used to being helped that almost like then if something they see you doing something different, it's like all of a sudden it's like, well, why are you switching up? And it's like sometimes, and I feel like that happens, and I don't know if this has to do with all of this too, but I feel like it could have a part of you guys have both always been so open-armed to people and very much just like come in, we want to share, and that maybe people look at that as like a weakness, or not even if they take advantage. Yes, you know.
Well, I've had it happen with people that we've given rides to. Their parents don't pick them up for years, and we take care of them or give them free classes for 6 months. And some of those people I'll see at a new studio, and that's not even just like not over the top. Right. It's this.
Like they don't even say hi. And like I used to drive you home so you didn't have to Uber.
There's a lot of people that are out there like this.
No, I know.
It's weird and I heard Rhapsody told me this a few years ago. She said, "Well, you're gonna get hurt a lot as being company leaders and blah blah blah." She's like, "You're gonna get your feelings hurt a lot." And then I've spoken to Free about it. I've spoken to other people that have had companies blah blah. And you don't have to take my dance class. No. You don't have to, like, I'm a Beast is a thing. We want people to do their thing. We're so proud of everybody. Yes. We have alumni that we don't have to dance together.
Like us.
Yes. Like us. It has nothing to do with that.
We are the prime example.
Yes.
We don't have to stay with Will and Janelle.
I don't have to be in your class. No. You don't have to be in my class.
No.
But we're not going to forget that we're friends.
And what we did with each other and how we helped. Yeah, and how we
the memory.
Each other.
Yeah. Like, come on, bro, be a human.
No, there was one moment that I had when my piece Privacy went viral. A guy that I put on Prince, like right before he died. I think that's a huge thing that you don't get to say, you know, like I put him on that, put money in his pocket, and the day that Privacy like went viral or whatever, I saw a post from him on Instagram that was like laughing and talking shit about like my class, and it was so. You know when people don't tag you, but it's like so obviously about you, and that just like stuck out to me so much because I was just like,
it's weird.
Wow,
it's a weird place.
I would never, even if I hated what they were doing, like as an artist, like not talking about person, but like if I hated them as artists, I would never like
go out of my way intentionally.
Off someone that has given me a job.
It's very true, and let alone a job.
They need attention.
Let alone
like it's literally they are looking for attention. Like it's something that is going on with them.
It's easier to get attention from hate than love. That's the way. That's the way of our world. It's turn on the news. Why do we all say we don't see any good stories? We see one.
We're addicted to bad stuff
and turmoil and drama and even with people that just had a little bit to do with my life. I always say Monsters or Pulse. People that I didn't make cast of anything. I didn't make protege. I didn't go train with anybody on one-on-one. But like the Brian Friedmans or the Dave Scotts or a few classes with Nappy Tabs, I will always have so much respect for just the little bit that they gave me. Yes. Like always, it's not about me being around them or going to every masterclass, but always that. And never would I, let alone somebody that's put money in my pocket or tried to help me or been a mentor, just a mentor, forget money, just mentorship and just like having a real relationship. I really respect everyone that we still have those relationships with, whether they're doing their own thing or not. Like we always say, it's not about dancing with us. It's not about being in our everything. It's about us being humans and realizing how we helped build each other and how we, even if it was a time in our life, you know what I mean? And just that respect. 100%. I was just raised that way.
Yeah, no,
you know,
100%.
This place is, LA's weird. Yeah, this place is weird.
It is. It's
and it turns people weird.
Yeah. And the thing is, I think because also relationships and work are so heavily intertwined, you know, it's like how do you not bring it into each world? And it's like, well, you should be able to, you know, separate them.
Yeah, but it's hard too.
Yeah.
Now I'm pissed off.
No, I'm just I'm like, here.
I'm doing the like list. I'm like, oh, give me this drink.
Actually, this is going into my next thing I want to talk about. We were actually having a conversation about this, about having a company in LA and how it's actually really hard to have a company and feel like you put so much energy again, kind of going into this, giving it into people and seeing them like come up and get better. And then it's like they go. And it's like you never see them again. And not always, it's not always a bad thing. But it's hard when you're a company member and you train and you want them to do what they want. But then it's like you get so connected to them and then they're just like, we're going to go book all these jobs or go on tour. And you're like,
no, it's tough. It's tough. I think it's finding the balance. For me, I get them all during Willdabeast summer if people are home, and January anniversary carnival because everybody wants to be at that because you know it's a thing that we all love to be at. I've had to start thinking about it as a college and like people are gonna have their time and they're gonna move on. It's hard to keep people consistently with you because honestly, our adults, if you take like our 17 to 27-year-olds, 28-year-olds, the second that they get in like We help them with whether we help them with their pictures, they get signed or whatever the case is. Once they get pretty good, they're going to be gone. Whether they're on spot dates or whether they're on a huge job or whether they're usually gone. We see them every once in a while. Carringtons, like Jade, Sam Holmberg. List goes on and on and on, right?
Yeah.
It's something I've had to get used to, but we also keep refilling and refiltering. But also, while you're there, sometimes it's hard and tiring for you to keep starting over. All right, 14 to 19. Okay, 14.
Yeah.
So we've had to find for ourselves, what is our common, what do we want? The company is great, but me and Janelle, we love our company. We love it all, but we're not solely on this earth to be dance teachers and only mentors. It's a part of us. It's not all of us.
We had to find the balance.
Yeah.
Because it will, even though that's the point of a company, we want them to work.
Yes.
We don't want them to stay and just do and work with us. If that's their goal, then great.
Cool.
Right.
Yeah.
But we want to train them and help them and mentor them in any way possible.
Yeah.
But I told him, I'm like, I can't give my all into that because I'm not even filling Janelle or Will.
Yeah.
I have so many dreams and goals that I want to accomplish. So if I'm putting all of my energy into building up other people, I'm not building up myself.
Which makes some parents or whoever not want the company. Sometimes it makes them feel like, okay, maybe this company isn't for me, which we like, okay, if that's all you want and then we have to be with you every day and teaching you, us personally, like we've tried to build a company now where we have other directors, Marianne and Monty and all these people now that have the structure to where we have the right people training them, even if we're not around. So we're in a much better place now the past 2 years than we have been, and we're going to a much better place. But it's hard in LA, like you said, because your kids, your dancers, they move here. Once they start booking jobs or get over 100,000 followers.
Especially when you find a good assistant and you're like, oh man, that assistant, I need you
and
back.
also, it's not like a normal studio where they get 18, they go off to college.
Yes.
They can start booking at 12.
Yeah.
Like you had 3 years with them, and it's like now you don't even get to have those team
No,
meetings.
it's right. It's right.
It's hard.
It is. But it all works out the way it's supposed to, I feel like. And the people that are meant to be in our life, they stay. And when I stay, I mean we stay connected, not stay with us physically. So.
Yeah.
This conversation is flowing perfectly because it's going right into my next point.
All
I want to talk about navigating the space in LA as it is always changing, staying consistent, original, innovative. That's something that we wanted to talk about on the show. I think, Janelle, that was one of your points that you kind of wanted to say of like just keeping it fresh, being creative. How is it hard? What are the challenges? And actually, what is exciting about it as well?
I think what's exciting is that you are constantly finding your voice over and over.
Yes.
And I've had to like figure that out myself because you think that you know who you are and then you constantly evolve even as a human. So I allow myself to evolve as an artist as I'm evolving as a human, whether that be more confident, whether that be more emotional, whether that just even if I'm going through something, allowing that to speak through my art and my dance. And for me, just staying consistent in that is constantly putting that pressure on myself to think deeper, go deeper, and challenge my movement. If I've already like done something too many times, how can I do something else? How can I bring something fresh? How can I do a new approach? And what helps me personally so much is just building the story around it.
Yes.
Like building the scene. I had to stop looking at my class combos and looking at them like VMA performances.
Yes.
How would I want this to start? What's the middle and what's the end?
Yes.
And that has helped me just evolve as a choreographer and artist.
Yes.
And if you're just doing what you do, then it's not going to get old.
Right.
If you're doing like timely dances, then that's good. You're going to be like, okay, now what do I do?
Well, I feel sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, interrupt.
With timely dances like you're talking about, I'm guessing you're talking about like social dancing and keeping up with
No, and
the
I live
trends.
I live for that.
Of course, there are people that are perfect for that.
Yes.
I found myself doing that. I feel like end of 2018 into 2019, beginning until I changed my perspective of trying to keep up with the trends, and then your mind almost turns into what do the people want, and then you start creating from a space of here and trying to think about it and think into being successful instead of feeling into it, which this is an art form. You have to feel, you have to be creative. It comes from a different space.
Yes.
That's very interesting you say that because that is something in 2019 in the middle where I started being like, bro, what am I doing? Like, I'm just trying to find the next hype song. But you don't realize it. It's
exhausting.
It creeps in. It's like Jungle Juice.
Yeah, no, it is.
Creeps in. All of a sudden, you're lost in the sauce and you're like,
You're at the family reunion like, I'm lit.
It's the truth, though.
No, it is.
Right.
And Nicole, and I had to be okay with that because I'm like, I'm not going to be the coolest. I'm not going to be the swaggiest. I'm not going to be every kid's favorite. And that's okay. So like, I'm going to have to be okay with that because it was like, it would be exhausting for me to have to try to fit into that.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And people just fit in naturally into that shit.
Yes.
So like, that's great. But I had to just be like, this is who I am.
Yep. No, and I love it. And I think everybody out there who is following you loves it too. They don't want to see you be everything else. Imagine if we had, I always say, like, imagine if we had all art and it was all landscapes. How boring it would be. You know what I
But
mean?
it's the same.
It's like, damn, this is boring. You need different shit.
You
Yeah.
do.
So
You do.
Yeah.
And it gives everybody
Thanks for
choice.
that.
It's art. That's why we.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay,
Yeah.
thank you for talking about that so much.
Yes.
Just high five right in
I
front of his face.
was like, let's high five his face.
Shout out to Philip to be, baby.
Yeah.
Philip, you gotta get on the
Making
show.
shapes, making shapes and hidden ears.
Your guys' laugh was hitting the same exact octave for a second. It was like, ha ha.
That's marriage, baby.
Oh my God.
We
I love
practice
it.
that.
We love you guys so much.
Love you too.
Thank you so
Love you.
much for being on the
Duh.
show.
Dude, I'm
We love it. You have to do mine one day.
Yes, podcast.
Yeah.
Check it out on Will's channel. Okay, last thing before we get into a cute little game.
Yes.
I want to talk about a memory with us that kind of sticks out. I feel like it was,
Ooh, I got one.
and it's so sad because, well, you have one. You say
No,
first. I'll
it's,
say.
we're talking about the same
one?
thing.
Okay.
We're talking about the same thing, girl.
There was a night on my Monday night heels class that my two bestest friends came and supported me and showed up to dance and fucking smashed it, and we were having fun. It was an adult class.
Yes.
And
It didn't end up.
didn't end the way that we wanted.
So
Thank God we can laugh about
yes,
it now.
we can,
Yeah,
of course. And it's not even like, it's not something 10 years removed from now, you know?
Yeah.
I think we were chilling afterwards, eating next door, whatever
Yes.
place it was.
So, by the way, we're talking about my GOAT
Yes.
choreography, Eric Bellinger class, heels class.
Shawty bad. Shawty.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Shabbat, shawty
think
thick.
I've
Yes.
Remember.
Oh my God.
Great. Well,
So
it's
good.
adult class.
Yes, adult
And
class.
I think our approach, well, number one,
And we're in a relationship.
yes.
And you're grown. You're having fucking fun.
yes.
Yeah.
And I think when we
fun.
dance,
You create this energy, Nicole, in that
You
class.
do. You
That
do.
just makes me
you
crazy.
you do. I think we like, we always say like too when we freestyle, we just go for it and just
Yes.
have whatever energy. Like there's certain ways that I'm here and she's there and we don't even know about our bodies and we're like, we watch it back, we're like, wait, that happened. But
Yeah.
long story short, like, you know, in my mind, and this isn't like about anybody specifically,
Yeah.
in my mind, especially at the time, it was like, wait, I watch these classes every week. I watch people, not even just yours. I watch people revealing their pants down into stuff. I watch some of my students that are teenagers, you know, that we don't share, we don't comment, we don't want to watch videos that are living their life or doing heels or whatever the case. I'm like, okay, cool. We can go take class,
Yeah.
not teach,
Yeah.
go take class.
Yeah.
In your setting,
Yeah.
and obviously we watch things back. We're like, ooh, maybe we shouldn't make that choice.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe we shouldn't make that choice. But like,
But it's also the moment.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? And
Yes.
like,
It was such a good freestyle.
it's just a moment.
Yeah.
And it's a choice that
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
And we can't, like, you shouldn't be crucified for that.
Yeah.
We're also like 30 years old.
Yeah.
Again,
And
married.
Yeah.
And we're adults.
engaged at the time.
And
but
maybe
yeah, still.
should you have posted it? Maybe
Right,
not.
but that was something too, like, you know, it's something I posted for what, maybe 30 minutes. I had people text me like, hey, maybe that wasn't the best idea, blah, 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 take it down. Obviously this whole firestorm started afterwards, right? And I think this is like in the thick of like Booked and Blessed happening and everybody sharing all these parody videos.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
too.
and I mean, for me personally at the time, my I guess my thought process a little bit was, I am grown, I can do this, I'm doing this with my wife, I'm taking the class, not teaching it. Everybody knows we teach kids, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes I think as an artist, as a human, as an influencer, whatever, I hate saying those words, but sometimes we're like, I just want to be normal.
Yes.
There is none of that.
No.
And that was one of the times that it was always a reminder for me, like, wow, there is none of that for you. And even though this person's doing it, I've grown up my whole life just in a normal thing saying,
Right.
you're a black boy, you can't do what your white friend did. You come from this area, you can't do it. I grew up with that in my head and it's so embedded in me. But sometimes you're like, no, I can. And those are the slip ups that we have, or those are the moments that you're like, damn, I have to really reflect and realize anything I do, I'm under a microscope. Good, bad, whatever.
Yeah.
And this was one of those things. And, you know, we never apologized publicly for it because we said, you know, we apologize if kids saw this and our parents felt
And if it
offended by
offended
this.
you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But taking a class, not teaching a class, we didn't apologize for that. And it was something that we've learned from and we've grown from. But also, I also like know that we get held to a different standard sometimes.
We do too much good for one thing
Yeah.
to be
That's
that
how we
bad.
felt.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? It's like a little
100%.
like, okay, we're also learning too.
Yeah.
We're also growing up. Like we don't know everything. So like a slap on the hand and let's move on.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's
Like,
you know
don't
what I
let
mean?
it happen again.
Yeah. Like, and we get it. I get it.
Yeah.
We're great role models for our kids. But at the end of the day, we signed up to be that, but I also am going to be Janelle. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We also have to be.
We have to be.
It's
And
finding
the
the
thing
balance.
is
It's
too,
finding the
this
balance.
is something that pisses me off about my heels classes. That when they came out, it was kind of around the same time of all that stuff going viral. Is people are so quick to judge, to point the finger, but we're the ones who are talking to these kids and telling them what happens in class stays in class. This is a performance. This is for a visual. This is for a job. And talking to them and making sure that when they go out into the real world, especially out here in LA, that they are prepared for things that they're going to encounter.
Yes.
Some of these girls that were taking my class, I got yelled at for. I'm like, you know that these girls have basketball players and football players in their DMs, right? At 16. I'm the one who's talking to them going like, you good? Like, this is like, let's talk and trying to have that grown-up conversation
I think
with
it's
them.
showing the light on it.
People are like pointing at you saying they can't do that. I'm like, I'm the one that's trying to be there and be like.
I think
The
smart
thing
with
is,
them,
their
you know?
parents are dropped. If there's a 16-year-old in their class, a parent dropped them
Drop
off.
them off. Yes.
Or they drove themselves.
Yes.
It's a conscious decision.
But it's also
Yes.
still the responsibility of us. But I think what you just said, which is why this and this and this and this, this is all good. People need to hear that. I think, like, I try to be better about it now.
Yeah.
It's weird because now motivational speaking and all this stuff is kind of a fad. Some people have really been doing it. Some people are doing it to gain following now, which is to each his own. But I think people have to hear both of it. They can't just see the groups because people are going to assume, especially about people that you want to assume negativity about. I think you doing this and having this platform so you can tell people, because some people don't know. It's like us as dancers. We all know competition. We walk to a restaurant. Girls are wearing their jazz outfits at a restaurant, and every person's like, what the heck? And we're like, this is normal for the 10-year-old that's doing the Black Betty solo at Star Power. It's normal. But to the regular world, it's not. So I think we just have to do a better job of speaking up. And even for me, I don't teach that stuff as a man. As a man, I never ever, and the few times I have, kids, even sometimes kids do not come to my class. 17 and older or 16 and older, 12-year-olds show up with their parent. Hey, Will, we just thought we could come tonight. And I'm like, you have to set that boundary. At least as a man, I know it's different for me than it is for you guys.
No, and
but I try to do my
too.
best to do that forever. So that was something that just really bothered me because I've never been put in that spot as Willdabeast. That's not something that's come up with me ever. And I just have to work hard to be better about it.
Also, I'm like, we are in 2000. Do you see? They are trying to make like even with shows like Pretty Little Liars, I always say this, Pretty Little Liars stuff, you have grown, beautiful women playing teenager kids who are having things like relationships with teachers and all this stuff, and they look at these shows like it's cool. And then you have kids in LA who are even in that smaller bubble getting hit on by they need to be ready. I always say in class, I'm like, no man, like at least for like younger kids, are going to be able to tell you what you need to do if you're confident in who you are as a girl. Does that make sense? Like, and even some of these girls, we saw China booked a tour on 18 years old.
Or Brittany, that around the same time too, before that. But
like there are girls and all the time booking tours where they are gone across the world. At 18.
I think maybe
it just also depends. I think it just depends on the person too. There's some 16-year-olds that are still kids. Right. Do you know what I mean? And there's some 16-year-olds that are ready to act mature and be grown.
But maybe I know for us with the guys, we speak on things that we need to do with our young men. Maybe those are things, because classes, I personally feel class is a confusing place, that space for women, whether it's dance, whether it's sexuality, whether it's any of those things. I think we have to do a good job of speaking to them, because obviously we could always say rely on the parent. I know for me there's things that my teachers helped me with that my parents never did. Not intentionally, but just maybe avoid, or a big brother or a cousin. I think that we just have to be open about it, you know? But I think that you do a good job of it. I've seen you teach, I've seen you speak, I've seen you say, I've seen her do it all the time, even always a different choice. Any kid this age, even if it's not even sexual, just down to the ground. It happened to me in my class the other night. We're like, no, we have to make this choice different. We always try to do a good job of it. I think it's just really sensitive time now, and we just have to be better, because it's not going to change. You know what I mean? We just have to be better about it as leaders.
I know you guys and I know myself. All I know is that I am leading these people, leading these kids by actually conversing and not, and talking to them and leading them in the right direction. Because I know if I have a kid who wants to do what I do and they're living out here in LA at a young age, there is not going to be a filter on what because I know what they're exposed to. I was a kid. I know in LA especially that when my kid is going to be this cute, gorgeous girl at 16, a crazy dancer, I know there's going to be older men that are going to be trying to talk to her, and I'm going to be like, no, it's more important for me to talk to you and be ready than just keep them in a little shell and put them on a shelf, and then you never know. It's like the preacher's daughter. And then they get that moment of going on tour or doing it, and it's like
Same
That's
thing.
my perspective.
No, it's the same thing vice versa. And I have
Yeah.
to tell my friends now that are starting to teach at a young age and going to camps
yeah.
and blah, blah, blah. It's the same thing. Like, and there's two sides, you know what I mean? And other people deal with it in different ways, you know? I think it's something that we just all have to be knowledgeable about.
Yeah,
And be-
and I
and be
think
better.
people just need to
come
remember.
together.
I think people need to remember it's a dance class and it's a way to express yourself.
Yes.
It's not your lifestyle.
lifestyle.
Right? So like even when I go and if I'm gonna live my life in your class and I want to wear booty shorts, that's not all of Janelle.
No.
That's not what I do. I want the youth to grow up and be smart and be mindful and be good people. And you're not influencing that on them.
Right.
That is just a form of art, and that's what you choose to do.
Period.
I think I'll say this last thing to end it. I think it's like what I think Eminem said. I forget what song it is, but he goes,
the way I am.
It
If
is
I
that-
wasn't, then why would I say I am?
It is that-
In the paper, the news every day I am.
yeah, it's that song, but it's something like he says, now it's a tragedy, now it's blah, blah, blah. And you know what I'm talking
In the
about?
class,
Because-
we have, and it's happening.
Yes, you know all the
I
Eminem
know.
songs. It's something like that, but basically in a nutshell, he's saying like, you can't pick and choose what only affects them. I think it's all of us. So when we do this and we're a rocker, am I telling people to? I think we have to like make sure that it's even kill across the board. Because what about the positive things? When I teach to a Kirk Franklin song, there's no coverage.
I
Or when
see
I
what you're
when I did
saying,
the there's no coverage. There's no nothing. There's no, oh my God, look, these kids booked Kirk Franklin are dancing the gospel. This is awesome.
exactly.
Or the cancer. You know, we did what Maxwell and a woman's work, the cancer benefit and blah 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 and donations. There's nothing then.
crickets.
I just want us to promote positivity as much as we promote
circles it
drama.
back around of what are we addicted to as a human race? Is negativity, drama, things that we
Real Housewives.
Yeah. Wow.
Love 'em.
We just
Killed the game.
unlocked. Is that the right word? Unlocked.
Triple high five. You guys let me hang.
I didn't know what we were doing. I was like, okay, do dance move.
I'm still in Philip Chabib mode right now.
Yes.
Still going, baby. Shout.
Okay, so I want to get into a fun little game with you guys. It is
Okay.
called How Well Do You Know Your Spouse? And
Okay.
actually, me and Will, we're going to switch seats here.
Okay.
Let's
I
do
want
it.
to sit in the
Go
middle.
in front. I'll go behind. Got it.
Oh, we're connected.
There we go. Now move that out the way. These
I know,
thighs.
it's kinda
Sorry.
tight. Those-
Thanksgiving, Christmas food.
Thighs.
Woo.
Okay.
Get the size up. Size up, Zara.
That laugh had me. Okay, so each of you are going to take a whiteboard.
Okay.
So, it's not very creative. We've all heard of how well do you know your
Oh,
spouse
this is
game.
great. This is fun.
So this is fun. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna ask each of you a question, and you both have to answer it on your whiteboards.
Okay.
And then you're gonna turn the answer around at the same time, and they should be matching.
Okay.
So it's gonna be how well do you know your spouse.
Damn it.
Okay, so this first question is to Janelle.
Yes.
Janelle, what is Will's favorite food? Ding, 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 ding.
Ready?
Yes, and then when you're ready, you can hold up. Yep, you write down her answer. Or write down your answer. Okay, ready? And turn it around. Lasagna! Yes! Oh my
Why'd you have to think?
God!
That's
Yes!
What do you mean?
Okay.
Think? I wrote it down like immediately.
We need like bigger erasers.
No, I got it.
Okay, next question is for Will. Will, what is Janelle's favorite movie?
Oh, this is
Ooh, there's a lot.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. But babe,
Yep.
let's think.
No, I'm not thinking. I'm going with the heart. I'm
Mind
going
melting,
with
mind
the heart.
melting.
The heart. Okay, hold on. Okay.
Oh,
the heart.
these key words. See? Code names. They said go with the heart, go with the heart. They know what that is.
Here we go.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Notebook.
Oh,
Meet the parents.
Meet the
The
parents.
heart? How would that mean the heart?
No, like go with like what you think first. Meet the parents is. Oh my God, babe. I'm so
Honey,
pissed off.
okay, to my defense, you say Meet the Parents, you say Mrs.
No, but
Doubtfire,
I
you say
no,
The Notebook.
No, I don't.
5.
Notebook
Yes, you
is my
did.
favorite romantic one.
That's the heart. That's what heart means.
Oh yeah, I didn't follow. Damn it.
I'm on both of your sides.
I didn't follow. I meant
Next
you.
question. It's okay. Okay. So, how do we do this? 1 point for Janelle.
Yeah, 0 for me.
0 for you. Okay. All right. This next question is to Will. What is Janelle's guilty pleasure?
Oh, that's easy.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh, wait, no, I'm changing mine. I'm changing mine.
She saw my. I was like.
No. Hold on, I'm changing mine because.
okay.
Oh my God, why are
okay.
you clowning? Dude, be for real. Be honest. I should have got my point. This is some bullshit.
Hold on, I got it.
Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Mexican food.
Oh,
What did
you.
say?
Oh, you
had
chocolate.
I didn't see the dark.
She got your ass.
Dude,
She got your
Nicole,
ass.
no,
Get
that-
her,
I'm gonna
Nicole.
count that one because I didn't know it said dark. I thought it said something else.
Sorry,
I wrote.
She
you guys,
had
I wrote
chocolate, so I'm gonna
So I
let
have
that
that
count.
handwriting.
Because I gave her a clue. I said
No, it needs to be 1-0. No, we helping her out. No, girl.
she had chocolate.
Oh, did she really? Okay,
She
we'll
really
have that
did.
down chocolate.
But I didn't think you wrote down chocolate because I saw
But
dark
Mexican food
first.
isn't a guilt. A pleasure is like candy.
Okay,
right? So you're
chocolate.
good.
You guys,
Alright,
that's
we're
gonna
close.
count. Okay, here we go.
I thought we'd be doing better than this.
All right, Will's ADD is coming in. Janelle, what is Will's pet peeve?
Ooh.
Damn, I have a lot.
I know. I feel
Like
you
of
have
mine.
a lot.
Ooh.
Do you want to do of hers?
Let's do.
You guys can decide that.
Let's do of. Damn, I have a lot.
Okay. Oh,
This is wrong.
can we pick something that like
Okay, you want a
Okay,
topic? You want a
Okay, let's
topic?
do a topic.
like the
Okay.
house, like a person, like
What do you want to say? What do you guys? You guys can decide.
Let's do.
of people.
Of people, a pet peeve of
Like
people.
what do you think people should just be better at?
Oh, got it.
Okay, I'm not gonna look anymore because I don't want to give away bad clues.
Ruin it.
I hope this is right. This better be right.
This one's a hard one. Here we go. Ready? One, 2, 3.
Yeah, hygiene.
Yes.
Yes.
So good.
Shit.
Wow.
Because you hate when people smell bad.
Yeah. So 2 and 1. Yeah. Is that
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This next question
I give
is.
him 1.5.
This next question is to Janelle.
Yes.
What is Will's go?
Oh God! Oh, this is 3 things. You're ruined.
What is Will's go-to dance move if he messes up when you guys are dancing together?
Oh shoot!
One more time.
That's
What
good.
what is Will's go-to dance move if he messes up when you guys are dancing togeter? I mean, I guess
know.
you guys can dance it at the same time.
That's
I'm about to dance it with y'all because I know what this move is too.
no. Wait, I have. Oh no, now I'm nervous. Oh my God! Wait.
At least do the like this long ass sentence. Maybe like draw a picture of what the stick figure looks like.
Oh my God!
'Cause it is-
Oh, Nicole, you asshole. Okay, I got it.
Let me know when y'all are ready.
I'm ready.
No, she's
Should
doing
you guys
something
do
different.
the
We're on the same
move?
page.
Should you
We're on
guys do the
same
move
page.
at the same
We
time?
do the same page.
1, 2.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Turn around. The point and make the other move.
Nope. Nope.
Nope.
The elbow. No, you did this one. This one.
No, I'm doing that one because the question is, what is
Dancing
Will's
together?
go-to dance move if he messes
when
up
I
when you
look
guys
at
are
her, I'm
dancing
like this,
together
like, yep,
and you
just
go?
did it.
Oh shit. I thought it was like sometimes
Right.
he's like
That's
You guys,
true.
you-
Oh, I do that too. But you're right. This is more often. I'll be like this. I'll be like
That's
this.
so
Oh,
true.
That's right. That's right. Sorry, I got hyped.
or his go-to dance move is the rollback headstand. Oh my
The
God, it's
rollback
like-
headstand. Well, okay, so he has go-to move.
I did the elbow guy.
Oh, this one.
That was good. Do it again. Do it again.
really?
Good.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yes. You want to be my anniversary carnival?
I'll be in there.
That was great.
I'm gonna make it rain. Okay, we're almost done. All right, so, okay, Will,
Yes.
what is Janelle's favorite piece of yours?
Ooh.
Ooh, babe, don't.
What do you mean? I mean, like
So-
I have one recently of the past like 6 months
So-
or like forever.
Forever.
Forever?
Janelle's favorite piece
What's
that
the
you've done
one? Come on, babe. What's the one I don't even
that
know.
you love?
What's the one I always am like, baby, put this one on. You know I love this one.
What?
That's so weird.
That's like, I'm not trying to be funny or cocky, but there's
No,
like,
but no.
there's
No.
like 10.
You know that one, and it's not the one me and Sean did. It's that other one.
It's that other one. You guys each have one more question after
Oh
this,
my
by the way.
God, is it just me? Oh my God. Is it a me or a group? Me or a group? Me or a group?
It's not just who did it? Like you performed it alone, but it was a lot of people did it.
Oh shit.
I'm literally so frustrated with you right now. We do this all the time.
Okay. A lot of people did it. I'm gonna be wrong.
I feel tension.
It's not Sean bounce back.
No, Bounce Back is my second favorite.
Okay.
What's my first?
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
You said a lot of people did it. A lot of people didn't do it.
Yeah,
Like
how
two
China
groups.
did it and then
Oh,
someone
yeah.
else.
Okay, bust around. Put your hands on my eyes.
Yeah, put your hands on my
Yay.
eyes. You can see.
Oh.
Whatever.
Control.
No, it's hella good. No, control me, baby.
No, baby. You got it.
Okay, here's the last question for one question each. Here we go.
Okay.
This is for you, Will. What is the one thing you do that turns Janelle on the most?
Oh, dang. There's too many. Let me think.
My being.
Being alive.
Being alive.
Wait. Okay.
What is the one thing you do that turns Janelle on the
I
most?
have like a way that I like look or dress. That's one I'd have to say. Okay. might get it right, wrong.
Janelle loves you so much. She's writing down a list of all the things.
Oh my God.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Where's his hair down?
That's crazy.
Guys are perfect.
That's
hair
crazy.
out. Where's hair down? Wow.
That's crazy.
when his-
Yes.
I don't know how
When his
that
hair
happens
is
this
down,
time. No, I don't get it.
Yeah. We're like, we're
I
gonna
love
have to
it.
come back.
I'm like,
cut.
cut it, bitch. I'll just,
I'm like, and thank you for watching the last.
yeah,
All right, last question. Janelle,
yeah.
what is the one thing you do to get Will not to be mad at you anymore?
Oh shit. Well, cut. Wait, what?
Oh, I get
Sorry,
it. Took me a second.
Let me think.
What is the one thing you do to get Will not to be mad at you anymore? I don't know if that sentence is grammatically correct.
Oh, you
So,
killed it, girl. Public school, Bay Area,
Yay, yay.
Let's
Right your
see.
hand.
Hold on.
Shoot.
oh my God.
Dang.
Okay, got
I
it.
think I stay mad. Okay, let me see.
No, you do not.
There ain't nothing she can do to get me
Yeah, I
in a
think I
good
stay
mood.
mad. One thing to make me not mad at her anymore.
Are you?
What is the
you
one
ready yet?
thing?
No.
I mean, it's kind of common. Okay, I'll give you a clue. It's like what most girls will do. Like, it's like a joke that girls do when...
Oh, got you. No, I'm wrong.
Just write it well.
Ready? Yeah, just do it right. Just keep it.
No. I got my peripheral. Give me 15 seconds.
15 seconds. Can we cut out the 15 seconds?
I got nothing.
Come on, just put what you were gonna write then.
Babe, seriously?
What does she do to get you not mad at her? Like, what is the thing that girls usually do? Like, what do girls usually do?
Put on.
Okay, yeah, put it down.
Think about your wife. Go put on lingerie and walk back out. You'd be like, get out of here.
That's not true. Okay.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Food. Cry and be
Cry?
cute. Cry.
Oh God.
I put cry and be cute and shake my ass.
That's what I meant. That's I'm like you usually like.
Come on, man.
What's the movie with Jennifer Aniston and Vince Vaughn where she like the
Break up.
She does that.
Wait, what part of that
Where she
movie?
like walks around, blah blah.
Oh,
she
naked?
She wears outfits. She'll wear like okay, you wore this nightie today, or you wore these pants, or the yoga pants. You know the yoga pants girls be wearing.
Well, we all know what Will's favorite asset. Janelle
No, I didn't even know that
Oh,
she had
you guys
a
did so good.
nice butt when I first
Thank
met her.
you.
No, that's it. You guys are done. You guys did it.
Nicole.
That was really good, guys.
Let's give it up for Nicole, everybody.
Yes, the host.
And
wait.
Christina.
And
No, I'm
Christina.
gonna remix this really quick. Hold on. You two. What is?
Uh-oh.
What is?
I'm supposed to
what
have that.
is? Oh yeah, you're supposed to take this. What is your favorite piece that you guys have done together?
Oh.
Don't show each
Oh, I
other.
know.
No, cut it this way. Uh-huh.
Oh, you're probably gonna
No, you can't talk. Don't talk. You're gonna get it wrong.
Okay.
You're gonna get it wrong.
I'm gonna get it
She's gonna
wrong.
get it wrong. 1, 2, 3.
Don't get
Yes!
fucked up. What?
Yes. W Hotel, remember?
In Turkey.
Lizzo.
I was gonna do that one, but
That's mine.
Okay,
Nicole
okay.
came to slay because you
Yes,
were yes, the audition day.
Yes. We did. Let's just describe this. First of all, if you haven't seen this video,
That
check
is-
it
I
out.
love
It's
that video.
amazing.
Don't get it fucked up. It's
Yeah.
Tyga and Chris Brown, right?
Yes, it's
It's
on her.
athletic and
Yes.
great.
You guys need to reshare
It's
that.
like, yeah, we should, or redo it, make it better.
Yeah.
We should do something this year.
We are going to.
But then the W Hotel, we were in Turkey at a camp, and what
Hollywood.
song was it again?
Tempo, Lizzo.
It's
Tempo,
Lizzo.
Lizzo. It just came out, and we were like, we got to do a video
Oh
to
my
it.
God. We had a few drinks that night.
It was so fun.
We stayed up till 4 a.m. just dancing throughout the
Hollywood.
hotel.
The
Hollywood,
hotel.
Zach Milne.
The organizers.
Nicole was being mean to me because I kept messing up. She's like, Janelle.
I was like, you didn't put the pillow on.
I'm like, girl, it's not
And Janelle,
that.
I always loved it. Janelle had one sweat mark just right here.
I think I have the same one right now.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, you guys, that
great.
was beautiful. Okay, we're gonna do a quick cut, and I'm gonna be over there.
Switch.
What are some things you guys have coming up? You have Willdabeast.
We have Willdabeast.
What other stuff you got?
We got Willdabeast June 25th through the 28th. It's our 6th year. It's the last year that we're doing the finale in Los Angeles. We're gonna go somewhere else. We're gonna change it up. You always gotta keep innovating.
Where are you thinking?
Vegas, Miami.
Yes, I'm making a
Chile.
fucking party.
Yeah, we don't know
Yeah.
yet. We're gonna do
Okay.
something different and
Brazil.
something special. But
Okay.
we also are starting to build our Space multiplex. We are having to switch gears this year and kind of look for a new space to do more of what we want to do. We have bigger dreams. I don't want to say everything now, but we have a lot of goals, a lot of charity work that we want to do, a lot of more of a community space for everyone. And like we've never even had a lobby at our studio ever in 3 years.
Wow.
We used to have bathrooms outside. We just made it work.
Yeah.
I think people from the outside looking in look like
We've always roughed it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like made it look cute, but
Inside.
like we're ready to have like something nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So we're trying to create, and we have a foundation and a project that's helping us do that now to get to our goal this year.
Yes, that's
So, yeah.
amazing.
So stay on the lookout
you.
basically for the information regarding Space multiplex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
stay on the lookout for Space multiplex foundation and how we're gonna build to get to our new goals this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome, guys.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations on this
Yes.
show. You're doing everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah. Proud of you.
You're an amazing entrepreneur, and you should know that, and you should hear that more often.
Oh,
Yeah,
thanks,
you inspire
guys.
a lot of women, including myself.
And men.
Oh,
And men.
yay.
That's right. Sorry.
But yeah.
Thanks, guys. That means a lot to me.
Yeah.
I know. It's always scary, like, doing something new.
Yeah.
You know, especially when it's not in your, like, you know, I've never done anything like this before.
But
And
you can. You're doing it.
yeah. I just
Yeah,
felt
you can.
They need to hear us talk.
Yes.
They need to hear us speak.
Yes.
How do we sound? What's our personalities like? So, yes.
I agree.
Okay.
I
Well,
agree.
I think that's everything.
Yeah.
You guys did an awesome show.
Thank
you
you.
so much. Thank
I
you
had
for
so
having
much
us.
fun.
Yes.
And thanks for the free alcohol.
Hell yeah. Anytime, sis. Anytime.
Go ahead. You guys
Thank
take
you
one
guys.
more drink.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to?
Fountain it,
Guys,
baby.
we're going to finish this after this is cut. Go.
Oh, smoky.
It's good. It grows on you, huh?
No.
Oh, it's not.
I can't. That's awesome.
No, it's actually really not that. It's not that bad.
No.
Actually,
Okay,
I
good.
got used to it. I did
Yeah.
get used to it. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Leave your comments below. What did you think of this? What did you think of them? Did you hate them? Did you love
Maybe.
them?
Join the club.
Yeah, you're gonna talk shit about them more.
Don't worry. There's a few fan clubs you can join for that.
Facebook, get it.
Let us know what you guys think. Go check them out. All the news, all you guys talked about. Make sure you stay up to date with that. And yeah, leave us comments. Let us know what you want to see more of. And I think we out. Thank you guys so
Peace
much.
out. Happy New Year.
Bye.
I can't do it. We gotta start over. I can't fucking do it. We gotta start over.
You
Fuck
can't
that.
start over.
No,
This ain't
no,
your
I'm
show,
starting over.
baby.
This is my friend. This is my friend. This is my friend. We're starting over.
No, hold on.
Fucking run that shit back.
Don't worry, baby.
No,
I got this.
no. Fuck that. No. See?
I'm starting to feel my drink. They already know what it is. That's it.
What's up? I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Willdabeast. Close. I'm screaming. I just blew out their ears.
Come
I'm
on.
so sorry.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.